Hey Brett, you asked some questions specifically about the differences between atheists and agnostics' desire for a God. And I think that is, whether they want to admit it or not, the fundamental difference between an agnostic and an atheist. Because, at least in my experience, agnosticism is a step from losing your parents' religion, theism, chances are you're a monotheist if you live in the U.S., theism to deism to agnosticism to atheism. Agnosticism is an intermediary step, and the difference between the agnostic and the atheist is that the agnostic will say, well, you can't prove or disprove the existence of a God. Okay. And then the atheist will say, and the probability of such a God existing is so remote as to not even be worth considering. It's the teapot floating in space argument. The agnostic won't take that step where the atheist will. And you suspect that it's because of a desire for God. And you may be right. But I don't think there's anything malicious or deceitful about that. I mean, desire is such an emotional thing, and we're human. I don't, as much as you want to try, I don't think you can really control your emotions. So if they have an emotional attachment to a deity, I don't think that they can help it. I mean, in my experience, it was a stepping stone from removing myself from my parents' religion. And if somebody is, making their way to atheism and they get stuck as an agnostic, there might be a physiological difference between the atheist who will take that next step and the agnostic who stays there. Because what is it? What desire is an emotion? What's an emotion? Emotion is biochemicals in your brain. I mean that's a neurophysiological thing. They can't do anything about it. So you can try to criticize them by being like a bridge between deism and atheism, and they are. It's true. I was there. It is a bridge. But can they help it? If they're stuck there for a prolonged period of time, I mean, you go through, at least in my case, you went through agnosticism in your teenage years. As soon as you start taking a few philosophy and ethics classes in college, then you ditch the agnosticism and embrace atheism. Studies in math and science help too. But if they go through that and they're still an agnostic, then I think it is the desire for a deity, the desire for a parental figure that keeps them there, whether it be for comfort reasons or whatever. Well, I'm implying reason. I don't think there's much of a reason to it. It's an emotional attachment, and if it's an emotional attachment, then it's a neurophysiological phenomenon. And I don't think they can help it. But most probably didn't respond to your video because I think deep down there's they want to think they're atheists. They're trying to, on a rational level, of course, the possibility is so remote. But when you ask them whether they wanted there to be a God or not, then they'd have to say, yes, I do have a desire. And then you can see the difference. The desire for a deity versus letting it go. And I don't think they can help it. But that's just my thought on the subject. Alright, thanks.